The Payment of Wages Act 1936 along with Minimum Wages Act 1948. Payment of Wages Act 1936. The Payment of Wages Act ensures that the wages payable to the employees are disbursed within time limit. No other deductions, those authorized by law, are deducted. This act applies to an employed person whose wages are not exceeded 24,000 rupees per month. Wages. Wages means remuneration, whether by any of the salary, allowances, or otherwise expressed in terms of money, which includes any remuneration payable under any award or settlement between the parties. Any remuneration in respect of overtime work or holidays or leave period. Any additional remuneration payable under the terms of employment, whether called as a bonus or any other name. But it does not include any bonus, whether under a scheme of profit sharing or otherwise, which does not form part of the remuneration. The value of any house accommodation or the supply of light, water, medical attendance, or other amenities of any service excluded from the computation of wages. Any contribution paid by the employer to any pension or provident fund and the interest which may have accrued thereon. Any travelling allowance or value of any travelling concession. Any sum paid to the employed person to defray special expenses entailed on him by the nature of his employment. Any gratuity payable on the termination of employment. Responsibility for payment of wages. Every employer shall be responsible for payment of all wages required to be paid to persons employed by him. Fixation of wage period. Every person responsible for the payment of wages shall be fixed period as wage periods, in respect of which such wages shall be payable. No wage period shall exceed 1 month. Time of payment of wages. The wages of every person employed upon or in any railways, factory or industrial or other establishment upon in which less than 1000 persons are employed shall be paid before expiry of the 7th day. Any other railway, factory or industrial or other establishment shall be paid before the expiry of the 10th day. Where the employment of any person is terminated, the wages earned by him shall be paid before the expiry of the second working day from the day on which his employment is terminated. Wages to be paid. All wages shall be paid in current coin or currency notes or by check by crediting the wages in the bank account of the employee. Deductions which may be made from wages. The following deductions may be made: fines, deductions for absence from duty, deductions for damage or loss of goods, deductions for house accommodation supplied by the employer, deductions for such amenities and services supplied by the employers, deductions for recovery of advance, deduction for recovery of loans granted for house building, deductions of income tax payable by the employed person, deductions required to be made by order of court or other authority competent to make such order, deductions for subscriptions and for repayment of advances or any provident fund, etc. Fines. No fine shall be imposed on any employed person until he has been given an opportunity of show cause against the fine. The total amount of fine which may be imposed in any one wage period on any employed person shall not exceed an amount equal to 3% of the wages payable to him in respect of that wage period. No fine imposed on any employed person shall be recovered from him by installments or after the expiry of 90 days from the day on which it was imposed. Maintenance of registers and records. Every employer shall maintain such registers and records giving such particulars of persons employed by him, the work performed by them, the wages paid to them, the deductions made from their wages, the receipts given by them, and such other particulars in such form as may be prescribed. Claims arising out of deductions from wages or delay in payment of wages and penalty for malicious or vexatious claims. The appropriate government may, by notification in the official gazette, appoint any commissioner for workman compensation or any officer of the central government exercising functions as regional labour commissioner, assistant labour commissioner with at least 2 years of experience, where any deductions has been made from the wages of an employed person or any payment of wages has been delayed. Such application shall be presented within 12 months' time from the date on which the deduction from the wages was made or from the date on which the payment of wages was due to be made, as the case may be. The Minimum Wages Act 1948, fixing of minimum rates of wages. Fix the rates of wages payable to the employees. The appropriate government may fix A minimum rate of wages for time work, minimum rate of wages for piecework, a minimum rate of remuneration to apply in the case of employees employed on piecework for the purpose of securing to such employees a minimum rate of wages on a time work basis. A minimum rate, whether a time rate or a piece rate, to apply in substitution for the minimum rate which would otherwise be applicable in respect of overtime work done by the employees. In fixing or revising minimum rates of wages under this section, different minimum rates of wages may be fixed for different scheduled employments, different classes of work in the same scheduled employment, adults, adolescents, children, and apprentices, and different localities. Minimum rate of wages may be fixed by any one or more of the following wage periods, namely by the hour, by the day, by the month, or by such other larger wage period may be prescribed. Minimum rate of wages. Any minimum rate of wages fixed or revised by the appropriate government. Payment of minimum rates of wages. Where in respect of any schedule, the employer shall pay to every employee engaged in the scheduled employment under him wages at a rate not less than the minimum rate of wages fixed by such notification for that class of employees in that employment without any deductions except as may be authorized within such time and subject to such conditions as may be prescribed. Fixing hours for normal working day. In regard to any scheduled employment, minimum rates of wages in respect of which have been fixed under this Act, the appropriate government may fix the number of hours of work which shall constitute a normal working day, inclusive of one or more specified intervals. Provide for a day of rest in every period of 7 days, which shall be allowed to all employees or to any specified class of employees, and for the payment of remuneration in respect of such day of rest. Provide for payment of for work on a day of rest at a rate not less than the overtime rate. Overtime, where an employee whose minimum rate of wages is fixed by the hour, by the day, or by such a longer wage period as may be prescribed, works on a day in excess of the number of hours constituting a normal working day, the employer shall pay him for every hour or for a part of an hour so worked in excess at the overtime rate fixed by appropriate government for the time being in force, whichever is higher. Penalties for certain offences. Any employer who pays to any employee less than the minimum rate of wages fixed for that employee's class of work or less than the amount due to him. General provision for punishment of other offences. Any employer who contravenes any provision of this Act or of any rule or order made thereunder shall, if no other penalty is provided for such contravention by this Act, be punishable with fine which may be extended to 500 rupees. Thank you.